Hey you, good afternoon once again. It's Saturday afternoon right here at the Shadow Studios in the heart of the north, the deep north, of course, of Cape Town. I want to say good afternoon to you if you're out there. We're going to make you feel a lot happier after that whole incident this morning that happened in Japan. And we've got the right guy on the show tonight or this afternoon to do that for you. Obviously lift your spirits, after that and put a little bit of gears back into the SA flag because it's SA Vinyl DJs and of course we on the platform SA Music Library. You know what guys, they should have sent the SA Vinyl DJs out there to actually play that match this morning, but we'll get back to that. I want to say good afternoon to my selector Mokan. What's up? What's up boss? He's back with us of course on the SA Vinyl DJs and this afternoon. Also, we want to say thank you to our main sponsor, SA Music Library, as well as ACOM Reliable Branding and Printing Solutions. They are out there in Bellville. Go to www.ai.com.co.za. Find them on the web, and they obviously do all kinds of large format printing. And also, we remind you they are the best when it comes to vehicle wraps in Cape Town. SA Music Library, the app to have on your phone. Tell all your friends about it. Tell your mother, your brother, your father, your auntie, everybody about it. Because SA Music Library hosts SA Vinyl DJs. So what you need to do is go to the Android store or Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Download it, get it onto your mobile device, and then go to the live video stream and obviously click on SA Vinyl DJs, the guys who should have been on the field this morning with the records. You know what I mean? My special guest this afternoon is the biggest vinyl collector that I know in Cape Town right now in 2019. I don't think there's a guy in the whole of Cape Town that's buying more records than this guy, okay, at the moment.
No, he's the most passionate vinyl collector.
Not fully, I agree with you, Mo. I agree with you. And the bottom line is, I need to say to you guys, if there's one way you need to buy records, this is where you should take an example from. So welcome Andre Stewart, the Iceman.
Thank you.
Welcome to the show, brother. It's good to see you again after all this time.
Hola.
Hola. Yeah. So Andre, having you on the show, it was, should we get Andre in because he's going to bring a truck with records? Okay. Or should we get Andre in because we need to obviously make sure that Andre gets onto the show? Now, one of the first guys that we picked when we actually chatted about the show, when we wanted to get on, was you. And then Oliver Smith spoke to me and said to me, you know what, this guy's buying up everybody's records in Cape Town. You need to get him on the show. And obviously the format on this show is the star. So before we talk about Andre Stewart, okay, we just want to tell us a little bit about the set that you're going to do, because as it turns out, you didn't bring the truck with you. You just brought 2 records.
I was told to bring the truck because apparently is that to be honest with you is I was actually on the couch for 2 weeks.
Okay.
Because soos hulle sê die kamer space waar ek in is.
Yes.
There is no place to sleep.
Okay.
So I literally have these vinyl nightmares and things like that.
Okay.
So my better Melanie recommended that I need to go into a rehab. So unfortunately I couldn't bring the truck with, and die truck saamgebring het, dan gaan ek net terug na rehab. So unfortunately I couldn't bring the truck with me, what I'm saying.
Good one.
So, yeah, I had to bring what I could bring today, yeah.
No, great stuff. And of course the set, what are you playing for us today?
I'm basically playing 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, and 1 or 2 80s songs in between.
Great stuff.
And then I got 1 or 2 scratches involved,
Okay.
Because that was part of my passion back in the day,
Yes.
Really did them, when
Yes.
it came out and things like that. So
Okay.
yeah, basically 90s, 1890s, and
All right, great stuff.
giving
Great
it
stuff.
a-
And then obviously you're not letting the cat out of the bag and yet what tracks you're going to
no.
Okay. All right. Okay, now great stuff. And of course my producer with us, as always, DJ Noisy Boy, he's with us every Saturday, keeping it together for us. And he's obviously making sure that the boys behave themselves when they're on the show every Saturday. Andre, tell me, so here's the thing, guys, I need to say to you. So Andre, being the consummate professional, rocks up with his own slip match, his own needles, his own headphones, and his own records.
And his own water.
Now I need to say to you, that's what you call a record collector. A vinyl DJ, that's a record collector, okay? And I need to say to you, at the end of the day, if you guys are out there and you guys are in the market to get rid of any of your vinyl, speak to me first or speak to Mo first. Don't speak to Andre, please, because there was a record that I wanted that somebody sold to Andre, and I'm saying, hi, Maxwell. I wanted that record, and he knows about it, but he sold it to Andre because Andre was standing there, and Andre said, sell me the record. That's basically what it's. I'm sure you've experienced it also, Mo.
No, definitely. You can't compete with this man.
We're going to talk about his passion a little bit later on, and I'm going to tell you another story, guys, out there about how I met Andre Stewart a good couple of years ago. And I need to say to you, it's one of those mates that I have that I'm super proud of in terms of the way he represents the brand and the way that he represents his brand and the way that he represents, obviously, the format, which is the star on this show. SA Vinyl DJs, we're going to be back after this break when Andre's going to tell us a little bit more about what's going on in the world out there. And of course, Mokan, my selector, with us as always. We want to say thank you to my DJ, Noisy Boy, our on-site director these days. He's not the on-site producer anymore. He's now the on-site director. And of course, SA Music Library as well as ACOM for making sure that we are here. Andre, is anybody you want to give a shout out to out there? Because we got guys from Belgium tuned in, New Zealand, by the way, yeah. Who's now obviously the guys from New Zealand. Obviously, I'm going to tell you. They're obviously taking advantage
of the situation right now.
Yeah.
So we big ups to New Zealand. And we still fly the SA flag one time.
No, we do.
We fly the SA flag no matter what.
Yeah.
But when it comes to vinyl, my brother,
yes,
we don't have to fly that flag.
Okay.
That flag flies for us, my brother.
Here we go.
All
there
the way.
We go.
And another shout I want to give out to a close friend of mine in Canada, Julian Willoughby.
Okay.
And but we'll get back to him again on the set, and especially to my better off. Okay. I know she's inside here somewhere around here.
Okay.
Melanie.
Yeah.
Lots of love into my folks, and especially to the man upstairs that has given me this God-given talent. So yeah, to all of them. And thanks Max for that the batch. So we're just waiting for the next load to come through.
Better phone me first. And of course, we'll be right back after this break with some more from the mighty DJ Andre Stewart, the Iceman, in the house with us.
At ACOM Reliable Printing and Branding, we specialize in wrapping vehicles and offer novelty car decals, signage, t-shirt printing, and a range of bespoke branded items, all put together by an innovative in-house design team to tailor your branding and adverts. Call ACOM now on 021 948 2213 or click to a-com.coza. ACOM, quality without question.
That's right, guys. SA Vinyl DJs right here every Saturday afternoon in the deep north. Belleville, that's what it's all about. Belleville. And of course, I'm going to say to you that coming up on the 12th of October, we've got Roger Alexander 2, which is going to be, he's coming to do a more deep set for us. And we're going to be chatting about the subject of conversation. Finally, will be the Belleville 3. And so prepare yourself for that. But nevertheless, today we've got the Iceman with us. Okay, it's wet outside, but it's not cold. Okay, I need to say that to you. Andre Stewart, of course, as far as I'm concerned, the number one vinyl collector in Cape Town right now at this point in time, 2019. Okay, Owens, sy kan nie so records koop soos die brand nie. Seriously, en ek kan vir jou nou sê, big ups to Melanie because she's still with him because that's I don't know. You know what I mean? Seriously, moenie 'n kar koop nie, brother. Don't buy a car. No, don't buy a car. Nevertheless, on the back end of things, of course, SA Vinyl DJs on the platform, SA Music Library, that's the app to have on your phone. Tell all your friends about it and make sure that your whole family downloads the app and they can catch reruns of you if they go to the video on demand section or they link to the YouTube section on SA Vinyl DJs. Andre Stewart, is that your full name, by the way?
Andre Jonathan Stewart.
Andre Jonathan Stewart.
AJ.
I thought it was Andre Iceman Stewart.
Yeah, but that came afterwards. You know,
Okay,
the
AJ.
molding came afterwards.
Okay,
you know.
okay. So Andre Jonathan Stewart, AJ,
right.
AJ.
Yeah, AJ.
Why does it sound so familiar?
I don't know.
I think we connected somewhere in the 90s and then we lost track with each other or something, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
You know, my memory also doesn't work so lekker anymore.
How's that old man?
Yeah.
Money coaty.
But tell us a little bit about Andre Stewart. I mean, where did you grow up? I mean, where you from? You know, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Lens, yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I grew up with my grandmother in Wetton.
Okay.
So we stayed first in Wetton and then we moved over to Lens there. And I attended Groenvlei. First, Yokra Primary.
Okay.
And then attended Groenvlei, and then during the riot stages, and to say, die klonk uit.
Yes. Because Groenvlei was active, eh?
Yeah, it was very active,
Very
yeah.
active,
Yeah.
During the struggle.
And then my daddy decided to put me in a private school.
Okay.
And I do uitgewerk. That didn't work
Okay.
at all. And then I finally went to applied at Nedoman. And the riot was still, still going on, and we were all into it, fighting for democracy that time, you know, and fighting against apartheid.
Yes.
And that was a time when I can really explain that. That's how I grew up with this passion for the music, because the music kept things together at that time. You know.
Okay.
So when we fought for our freedom, there was that song behind of you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Man, used to go, and that's how I grew up.
Okay.
You know, and that's how things started to
So
evolve.
obviously growing up, with your granny and your grandmother and so on, as you were saying, I mean, did you start DJing young? I mean, did you start DJing later after school? Or, when did who were your influences? I mean, in terms of DJing and collecting vinyl or records or.
My main influence is actually big up to Julian Willoughby, who's now in Canada. He used to live opposite my grandmother. And,
Yes.
So the story goes, I was about 12, 13, we were still, no, I'm lying. I'm under correction, 11, 12. In any case, we were still in primary school, and we used to go over and watch movies. His granddad would get some karate movies, and then super signs, And then we used to watch movies, and he used to do his thing in the room. But we never used to go inside there.
Okay.
And I used to listen to the guy's music, and but then one day this one song just clicked me, and I'm like, I need to go into this room, because I always used to, get to the beat, And there's one song, ik het die song gejag, Night to Relax, brutal. Let's get brutal.
We're actually playing it earlier, just before you came.
And he mixed that song with James Silk. Let the music take control, the acapella. I'm like, damn, who does that?
Okay.
And that time there wasn't pitch control. Hy daar toe gebruik ons hulle vingers op so, and you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
There wasn't those pitch control turntables.
Okay.
The guys used the tape decks and things like that.
Yes.
And here's a specific tape deck.
He had a mobile disco.
Yes, he had a mobile disco,
yes.
And then he didn't go to school after that. He started his own thing.
Okay.
And that's how I got involved in the music industry per se.
Yes.
That's how I fell in love with vinyl.
Okay.
And this guy literally used to travel. I always remember he used to have his karate shoes on. I got the ragtime too, and cap too, but on a bicycle.
Yes.
I mean, this guy was like
On a bicycle?
On a bicycle.
Wow. On a bicycle. Okay.
I mean, this always not passionate about his music.
Okay.
He had, those, remember the times when I was harmony wine, I said I stuck it up in a film. Recording illegal. Ja, die mensen gaan record op en dat was hier zo high out of the vinyl. They always record op my cassettes dat I draai. But down by 90s, like DDK 90s, I wreck meneer. Was it up? And that's our group passion. And every afternoon I used to make sure I come at the school.
Yes.
Ik is uitgetrek en I'm over there with Julian, and he showed me the tricks and this and the other, and then from there it started building, got to get to know him personally.
Yes.
And we grew a bond, and then he said to me, listen, I asked him, what is this all about, man? I said, what is this behind? What is the music? He says, let me tell you one thing. It's not just playing this vinyl.
Yes.
It is the passion behind it. If you don't have it, you can forget it.
Yeah.
And I mean, he played at their first school farewell at that local primary. And at the time those breakdance songs came out. And I'm telling you this, like he played at Sydney. It's super singling.
Yeah, were you also breakdancing at the time? Oh.
My breakdancing was in primary school.
Okay.
Ja, daarom was ik nog kronkeld, want dacht ik is nog onnokwalen van breakdance.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
He's broken.
I'm broken.
You break dance.
I break the dance. And as we went on,
Yes.
I started DJing, at an early age.
Yes.
And I started collecting vinyl and things like that.
So obviously, you're saying DJing at an early age. So what, around about when?
About 16.
16.
I was 16,
Okay.
yeah.
But I mean, were you
16.
allowed in clubs at 16 already, or?
No.
Or was it just mobile?
It was just mobile.
Mobile
It was
gigs?
just mobile gigs.
In Lansdowne?
In Lansdowne, yeah. We did like house parties, mobile gigs for those.
But I mean, the 80s, house parties were bigger. I mean, all of us were doing house parties.
Yeah, I mean, I used to play with Cosmo. We used to do house parties with Cosmo.
Okay, yes.
So live in the same area, we used to do gigs
Good
together.
technician at Cosmo.
Yeah, no, he's good.
He's brilliant.
He's brilliant, yeah.
So then obviously you guys were mobiling and you were doing house parties and so on. Now I remember, from our days, Mo, and we were each guy had a certain amount of records.
Yes.
So if you came together with if you had Andre's records and Zach's records
That's
and
it.
Mo's records,
We
and
kinda had a
then
secret
all of a
thing.
sudden we were a mobile disco, the three of us,
You
what
were
I mean?
mobile disco.
And
Yeah.
I had a
Yes.
mixer and you had a deck and he had a
That-
deck.
that is it, yes,
and that's
yes.
how the Oaks used to operate.
That's how we used to operate.
Now, I think a lot of the lighties nowadays don't understand that
They don't,
they just
yeah.
go out and get 2 decks and a mixer, what I mean? So,
It's not gonna work.
but I need to say to you, obviously, it was you and Cosmo and you guys were spinning then. And then, I mean, obviously everybody aspired to play in clubs.
Yes.
Yeah. So what was your first club gig?
Okay, start off like this.
Yes.
There was a competition.
What was it and how did you get in
Okay,
to do it? Because I know it was very difficult to get into a club back then. I mean,
Club
there was
Vibe.
only- Club Vibe, really?
first club.
Okay.
Wow.
First
Okay,
club.
Wow.
First
Wow.
club Vibe.
Okay.
Indolent Crescent. Daar heb ik getties, zoals
Yes,
ze zeggen.
yes.
Daar heb ik get. En staan er in zo om.
Yes.
Ze weet je wat te komen.
Yes.
Competition in winter was at Groove.
Okay.
I heard about this guy, Fast Eddie.
Yes.
Who's heard about this Fast Eddie? That club vibe, right? Into the competition.
Okay.
I check this guy. I say, whoa, right? This is Fast Eddie, the first one, right? Into the competition. But you can't check a bit, first competition, you practice it when you come and
Yes.
But the first thing before I go in my part, I said, what gaat jy maak met die goed? Are you gonna? Is it gonna be your living at the end of the day?
Yeah.
Because I don't see you getting any money in you
Yes.
spending more money on the vinyl.
Yes.
I said, Dad, you don't understand.
Yeah.
I said, but I groot CDs. Today they call it a big CD. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but in any case, play the competition. Mr. Louis, ik krijg competition gespeel. Anyway, there was this white guy, and he literally kicked my ass. Hij heeft me gewoon geschopt.
Okay. What year is this about?
That was like late 90s. Yeah, I can remember.
Late 90s.
Yeah.
So we saying like 95, 96.
Around about, no, before that.
Okay.
Early 90s. My kop is die mekaar.
Okay.
But in any case, play the competition. It is there, right? Came to the finals. Me and this guy. Right, flip over the coin.
Yes.
This guy goes on.
Yes.
We got 3 minutes.
Yes.
This guy literally just went boss. And that time, I used to hang out at that base with Ready D them and things like that.
Okay.
Rosano, them played
Yes.
with Rosano.
Yes.
Good couple of years back when bass was still, up and running.
Yes.
I always used to admire Ready D.
Yes.
And there was one specific song, but I actually wanted a double of that song.
Yes.
Rob Bass and DJ Easy Rock.
Okay.
It Takes
Okay.
Two.
Tekst toe.
En ook krap, ek het nog alles klaar gespeel aan, man. What is the... I must do the flip side of it. He said it to me, highlight me vinyl uit, man. Highlight.
Yes.
I said, I don't know, I was probably blinded by the whole, I was in another zone
This is at the competition.
at the competition.
Yeah.
And all I did was, ek set nou het op. Right, right, here we go. And I said to myself, either make it or break it. En ek sit uit aan en ja. Right about now. En dan gaat dit zo uit. Nou staan die mensen, like ik nou, wat gaat nou hier aan? Ja, en dan gaat dit zo de hele tijd. En all tijd, en dan hoofd af. Toen loop ik af.
Yes.
You could hear a pin drop, my friend. It's like people like, what just happened now?
Yeah.
Boss meneer. Right, Eddie announced, right? That time I was still called Fresh Kid Ice.
Okay.
That was the time. Right, and obviously you will know more. Het gaat die mensen, but it's the audience response first.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I spent, I was like, they just started dying down, right? And they came, right? This guy, yeah. Fresh Kid Ice, yeah, right? It was like a tie.
Yes.
Eddie must make the decision now. Ik
Yes.
ken niet bij Eddie, but I can't have him.
Yes.
Don't know, I heard about this guy. It cannot be. And he says, before I announce the winner of this competition, I'm actually going to rename this person. I said, oh, who knows? The winner of this competition is the Iceman. Don't know, who's the, I know, I'm friends, who's this guy? The IW today. The Iceman.
Iceman.
Yeah,
And this is in the club.
This is in the club groove, cover Eddie Farah.
Yeah.
I was like, I was just won my first competition by the legendary
Yes.
DJ Fast Eddie.
Yes.
And then he invited me to come and jam at
At Vibe.
Vibe. But
Okay.
I didn't just hop on per se onto the decks. I had
Yes.
to earn my way in.
Yes.
You know, he let me
Yes.
start doing the emceeing first, the raga style, and I used to do the emceeing and things like
Yes.
that. And then after slowly but surely, we play 1 and 2 songs, and eventually gave me sets to play.
Okay.
You know, from the afternoon sets,
Okay.
and then we went to the evening sets.
Okay.
And then from there I moved on again. Then I hooked up with Dr. Jules.
Okay.
Played at Galaxy, played a couple of clubs with him
Yes.
and things like that.
Yes.
And then been to a number of clubs and things like that.
Okay.
But the experience was good. You know, but like today it's just all about flash drive controls, things like that. And I just can't get to it, man. You know, just you need to have that feel for the music. The passion must be there.
Now, obviously, the format has got something, different to offer.
Yeah, it's got something different. There's a connection.
Then there's a connection. We were discussing that on a previous show. So obviously, that's your DJ career. But what a lot of people don't know, and I know it, what a lot of people don't know is, so what do you actually do for a living? Because that's a question all of us must not got asked at one stage or the other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I just want the audience to know who the real Andre Stewart is. You know what I'm saying? And what do you actually do? Yeah. From Monday to Friday, for example.
When you're not buying up all the records.
When you're not buying up all the records. You know what I mean?
In between buying up all the records, what do you do?
I do have free time during the day.
Okay.
Because the sports.
To buy up records?
yeah, but the department doesn't know about it.
Okay.
I'm actually an educator.
Okay.
School teacher.
Okay.
I'm teaching at Dinner
Wow.
Primary.
Wow.
Last term, the term in it, I was acting head of department.
Okay.
And so during my free periods, I think so be wild. Man, it's like busy. You know what I mean? Anyway, that is me, school teacher by trade. That is my passion. I love teaching, love kids.
Okay.
But now what really gets to me at the end of the day, man.
Yes.
Now I like to say that with this new technology, man, this Facebook, and it's like you can't hide yourself away from these kids.
Yes.
And I mean, look, you need to be a positive role model at the end of the day.
Of course, yes. Of course.
And one kid came to me and said, look, okay, where I'm teaching at, kids come with broken homes.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So you need to be supportive.
Yes.
Go to these kids, help them, encourage them.
Yes.
And where I'm at, these kids know what I do. What is my hobby, my passion is music.
Yes.
And whenever there is a function at school, I will bring my turtle and the kids will stay and look.
Yes.
Hy's groot, sien die jonkie, is groot. And I'll let them touch, feel, and the
But
kids get excited.
You can't have a better role model, I think, in that situation, because at the end of the day, I mean, music got us to where we are, all of us. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and of course, the vinyl record for us is a big thing. You know what I mean? I mean, it was either that or do the other stuff. That kind of thing. So you're a school teacher, which is by the way an honourable profession. I take my hat off to you, sir. I need to say that to you.
Thank you.
And the bottom line is, at the end of the day, where's that balance between the two? Is it, how do you manage to find that balance between the two? Because I know that when I said to my parents, look here, I wanted to be a DJ, they were dismayed. I mean, they banned me from everything and whatnot, and get a real job. And I'm sure you were also told get a real job.
I was in the same.
And then when I arrived at my then girlfriend's house, and what do you do? I'm a DJ. Then they said, okay, now what's your real job?
What's your real job? What's your real job?
As it turns out, that was my real job for like 10 years. And then on top of it also, then my lighting comes to me, this is to me, now I want to be a DJ. And then I say automatically, get a real job. You know what I'm saying? So
You feel like dry.
But you know what? I need to say to you, I'm just trying to figure out where that and we're gonna come back to that, is where that balance is between Andre Stewart, the Iceman, and Andre Stewart, the educator. You know what I mean? Because I think that's an important thing for us to carry over in terms of the message that we're trying to create, with SA Vinyl DJs, and encourage the newer or the younger generation when doing it. Because people get very glamorous ideas of what it is you do, Andre, I must tell you. And I often say to people, I say, you know what, relax. That's Andre Stewart, the Iceman, you see him on Facebook, but you don't know Andre Stewart, the educator, who's on the other side of the coin. You know what I mean? So the interesting thing that I wanted to actually say on SA Vinyl DJs is, where does the format vinyl and Andre Stewart, the educator, meet? Where's the balance between that? And that is the thing that we all got to do, obviously. And then we're going to get to the rest of the story after your set, obviously, because there's one or two questions that I'd like to ask, and Mo's also got, in terms of your journey from the vibe, playing vinyl, to where you are today, basically. Because I know your decks that you have, I know who you bought it from, I know I wrapped those decks, I know exactly,
Good.
I service them, and I
Yeah.
know, etc. So I know how you, what you went through in order to make sure that where you today, one of the biggest and the most passionate vinyl collectors in Cape Town right now. Basically, Mo, anything that you want to add at this point in time?
Yeah. Tell us, if you can remember what your first records were that you bought.
Okay, to be honest with you, look, Night to the Lux was the one.
Okay.
That was one of my first.
Okay.
Then I was scouting around for that the breakdance song.
Which one? No Stopping Us, 99.
No Stopping Us, that one.
Okay.
And then
Street dance.
Street dance. I was into that, and I was just to hop off. I was always like a Bruce Lee fan. Like
Okay.
and all those pictures came off. Then it was Heavy D and the Boys with LL Cool J. And
Yes.
then I started buying a hip hop vinyl like LL Cool J,
Yes.
Heavy D and the Boys, things like that. Big Daddy Kane,
Okay.
Ice Cube, and things like that. NWA, and I was into that. And there I started. Then I basically had a different genre. I used to love house music. I used to love my hip hop.
Okay.
I used to love my R&B, and I used to mix and match it up. So basically, I literally started buying vinyl. Like Night to the Lux was the one. Then I went into the James Silks and things like that.
Okay.
And I'm almost there. There's just two more that I need, and the collection is done with
Okay.
James Silk.
Okay.
And basically yes, that's where I started.
Is it? And tell us some of the ups and downs. Gatekeepers who kept you out of venues or out of opportunities, or just general challenges that you had as being. A
Yeah,
DJ.
I basically where I am today, and I a lot of challenges with it comes to vinyl. To be honest, for me it was a hard journey. There were times when you got invited to a club. You get to a club, and but sorry man, we got somebody playing here, and you all get up and ready to play.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
But you were invited anyway.
you invited anyway,
Yes.
and then they said, okay, you can hang around. I think to myself, no, what's the point of hanging around when you invited me in the first place to come
Yes.
to do the set,
Yes.
and listen, the set is filled up and things like that. But I was disheartened, but I told myself, look, just keep on going,
Yes.
keep on going. Until one day, it broke. I literally broke, and unforeseen circumstances. With tears in my eyes, I lost every single
Okay.
vinyl I had.
So I'm going to stop you there. We're
Yeah.
going to get back to that story after the set.
Okay.
Okay, because we're running out of time. The
Yeah,
producer's
sure.
indicating to me. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get back to that set. And the other thing I also needed to say to you was, obviously, what I also wanted to just mention was that good point that you made about getting invited, and then you get there, and then you got to stand around and wait.
Yeah.
And that's something that we need to chat about, because after this set it's a point that I want to touch on, because there's a lot of things that the guys don't want to talk about. You know what I mean? And that's the main thing is, Andre, is that we make sure that the stuff gets out there and people know exactly what the game is all about. That's very important. Of course, the SA Vinyl DJs right here flying the flag high today, and we just want to say thank you to my selector Mokan. He's here with us as always. Our sponsors SA Music Library. Go to the App Store, go to the Google Play Store, download the app. Okay, put it on, get it onto your phone, your mobile device, etc. Okay, you can't put it on your TV. You probably can if you got a Google or Android-based TV, and then you probably can. And then obviously go to the live video section, click on SA Vinyl DJs. You can watch older episodes, video on demand. Go to the YouTube section, and then obviously make sure that you also click every Saturday afternoon on the live stream, and that's exactly where we are. We want to say thank you to our special guest, of course, this afternoon, Mr. Andre Stewart. He's going to be doing a super vinyl set for us straight after this, and I'm also going to say to you, stick around. He'll be back when we're going to discuss the challenges, when we're going to discuss the role of the vinyl in the life
Get the
of the
story
vinyl
behind the
DJ.
story, eh?
The story behind the story, right here on SA Vinyl DJs. We'll be back right after this.
Good evening and welcome to the club. Ladies and gents, your host and DJ for the evening. Yes, I'm me, host and DJ, management and staff of the club. We bid you a warm welcome this Saturday evening to the home of the hits, House of Entertainments, Lee, Elegance.
We'd also like to wish Vicky a happy birthday and welcome to the club. Happy birthday to Vicky.
Yes, to a total new dimension in After Dark Entertainment. Sunday Club with a difference. Once again, to Vicky on your birthday, from me the DJ, management and staff of the club, may you see many, many more. Also to everyone here tonight, said we're gonna go simply out. Rages! Yeah! Saturday night, get up! Yes, to deliver your enjoyment once again, Sandali Club. Let's go!
In the beginning there was Jack, and Jack had a groove, and from this groove came the grooves of all grooves. And while one day viciously throwing down on his box, Jack boldly declared, "Let there be house."
Give me a spark, get the fire burning. Try this one more time. Dig this. Head, shoulders, feet and toes. Work that body, go and pose. Head, shoulders, feet and toes. Work that body, go and pose. Head, shoulders, feet and toes. Work that body, go and pose. Please the crowd, easy now. Go ahead, baby, girl, cheese and smile. He said, Mr. Mister, would it be cool if I took a picture on the wall with the rest of the band? I have it back in our she said, we say play. Take it, it's time to expose. I break off a roll. Yeah, take off the get real close up. Like, and do that thing. Chill. I know the dope. Stop it, you can really get it. Straight get
See you last night, saw you standing there. is right, right, right. Dance tonight. It's alright, right, right. Dance tonight. Come with me, our game has just begun. Take my hand, we're gonna have some fun. Indiscreet, that's what they all tell me. Incomplete, see all their fingers pointed. I say love's for the ones who can take a hand out into space. Only shooting love for the moment is there. Though it's hard to bear out in the cold. Time is right, right, right. I'm only shooting love. Dance tonight, night, night. That's what I'm thinking of. It's alright, right, right. I'm only shooting love. Dance tonight, night. I'm gonna tell you how it is. I don't want to make some sort of fuss. That's not what I wanna do. I just need some trust. I say love's for the ones who can take a hand out into space. Only shooting love for the moment is there. Though it's hard to bear out in the cold. Time is right, right, right. I'm only shooting love. Dance tonight, night, night. That's what I'm thinking of. It's alright, right. I'm only shooting love. Dance tonight, night. I'm gonna do it till you're high enough. It's alright, right, right. I'm only shooting love. Dance tonight, night. I'm gonna do it till you're high Make it funky now. Hey, it's my hair. Jelly bean, hit me. Woo, spill the beans. Jelly bean.
1975, they brought you an album with a song.
just go mad. We a go bibidi bum 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 make house go mad. Bibidi bum 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 me just go mad. We a go bibidi bum 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 make house go mad. Bibidi bum 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 me just go mad. We a go bibidi bum 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 make house go mad. Bibidi bum bibidi bum bibidi bum bibidi bum bibidi bum 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 make house go mad. Bibidi bum 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 me just go mad. We a go bibidi bum 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 make house go mad. Bibidi bum 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 me just go mad. We a go bibidi bum 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 make house go mad. Bibidi bum 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 me just go mad. We a go bibidi bum 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 make house go mad. Bibidi bum bibidi bum bibidi bum bibidi bum. One move, make your body groove. One move, the funky groove. One move, make your body groove. One move, the funky groove. Bibidi bum 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 make house go mad. Bibidi bum 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 make house go mad. Bibidi bum 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 make house go mad. Bibidi bum bibidi bum bibidi bum bibidi bum bibidi bum 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 make house go mad. Bibidi bum 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 make house go mad. Bibidi bum 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 make house go mad. Bibidi bum bibidi bum
wanna go moving. We 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 wanna go moving.
Awesome, super duper trooper. He made the bass and boy is banging. Bring the noise. Bring the noise. Bring the noise. Bring the noise. Turn up the bass and get ready for the one cool rock steady. I got the bass boy and it's happening. Start to dance, your feet start tapping. Let's do it, y'all. Let's move it. When you move it, then groove it. Get the weak tracks out of my face. Play this jam and turn up the bass. Every now and then you hear house rap. They speaking out when I turn my back. Suckers wanna try, but they'll get smacked. I'll smash them down just like a thumbtack. Cool rock steady is in full power. I got you sweating, go take a shower. When you make a record, it comes out sour. Pack in the place and turn up the bass. Tyree Cooper, the producer, awesome, super duper trooper. He made the bass and boy is banging. While the samples going, they're changing. Everything is on, smooth and legit. This record hits like a Levi fit. So turn it up loud and rock the place. And don't forget, turn up the bass. Stop fronting and get with this. On the strength, boy, we can do this. Tell your posse I'm not new to this. My name is Rocksteady, not Brutus. I'm on the mic just to prove this. On the rampage like an axe. You ain't got waxed in. Step back, get the look off your face and turn up the bass. Turn up the bass, boy. 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 What you smiling for? Ain't nothing funny. I'm getting paid. It's all about money. Get on the floor and stop perpetrating. No time for talking and debating. You came to dance, so why are you skating? Speed it up, just in case. You got people who's wild in the place. Let me hear y'all rockin'. Turn up the bass. 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 Turn up
Unless we get their stuff from track source, we can sort it out. Get Andre to play it or whatever.
Yeah.
So. That's right, good afternoon and welcome back to SA Vinyl DJs on the platform SA Music Library. You know, you can download the app onto your phone, you can click on live video stream, and then obviously make sure that you go to the SA Vinyl DJ section. That's where you can check all the episodes as well, and the video on demand section, as well as also do a live stream every Saturday afternoon and come and check us out on that. Yo, I can't even talk after that set Andre just did now. I must tell you, I'm warm now, brother. I'm warm. Right here on SA Vinyl DJs, my selector Mo Khan with me, and on the couch after the set, of course, we've got the one and only Iceman. You know, it's wet outside, but the Iceman is here. So it's a cold day at Shadow Studios. I gotta tell you.
No,
'Cause we got-
actually, I mean, he might be the Iceman, but
Yeah.
but he turned up the heat.
now
here,
everything's
I
melted
can
in the
tell
shop.
you.
Everything is melted here. Don't worry, it's all melted. You know what I'm saying? So Andre Stewart, of course, the Iceman, with us this afternoon. Andre, we're gonna continue that story we were speaking about earlier on. And I need to say to you, brother, okay, just before we continue that story, you know, wow, that's it. Jesus. I mean,
This man was on fire.
there was a stage there where I thought you were going in a certain direction, and then you
just
somehow
went
went in the other direction,
it.
and I'm like, okay, so where's he going now? And then you went in another direction completely, and then I was like, okay, you know. But I suppose that's probably what it is like to be an entertainer. I mean, is not to stay in one place all the time. You know, if you're watching them. I mean, tell us about the records that you selected, that you brought along. I mean, what does it mean to you?
To tell the honest truth, Shadow, that was actually Melanie's selection.
Okay.
That she pulled out.
Okay.
And we sat, as I couldn't sleep.
Yes.
She says to me, if you're not gonna play these songs in a specific order, and she pulled them out.
Yes.
She literally pulled them. Now I had my own set.
Yes.
What I wanted to play.
Yes.
But just because it's Melanie.
Okay.
On the couch tonight is the Iceman once again. And then she pulled it out. Then I said,
Yes.
are you sure you want me to do the set?
Yes.
The specific set? She says, yes. I want you to be versatile. Don't stick to one thing that you normally do.
Yes.
That you're going to play every time over and over.
Yeah.
I'm taking out songs. I want to see if you can pull this thing off.
Yes.
And that is what it's all about.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, she's also has this passion for music, Melanie.
Okay.
That is where it comes in. We work together as a team.
Okay.
Especially where that set came out of.
Okay.
Because there's vinyl in there that I got from you.
Okay.
I probably took one of Mokon's. I'm not sure. I'm under correction. Because it is also in that box. DJ Cat is in that box.
Yes.
All is in that box.
Yes.
And the late Michael Desires is also in that box.
Okay.
So she literally just pulled out the guys one by one. Not knowingly that is them.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So automatically everybody was in the mix. So let's say.
Okay.
Everyone was in the mix.
well done.
Everyone was in the mix.
Well done. Well done. Yeah. No, I was about to say maybe we should have got Melanie to mix it.
Hey!
No, great stuff. And then you know, so obviously, I mean, those records mean a lot to you in terms of the guys that you were mentioning, where you got the records from.
Yes.
You know, and then obviously, you know, Melanie choosing that particular set for you to play. Because I know when I spoke to you this morning, you said, I couldn't sleep last night.
Yeah.
Because I must not know how it is if you got, like, you know, you probably got more records than me now, and then now you must not go and choose records for 45 minutes.
45
You know what
minutes,
I'm saying? So there we go. So nevertheless, Andre Stewart back with us, and I just want to continue on that story from earlier on, Mo.
Yeah.
You know, where Andre was saying, and then I got to a stage where it was vibe, and then I lost everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm not gonna ask you how you lost everything. I'm just gonna say we're gonna leave it at that. But you know, what was the journey like from there to where you are now?
Live stream, man. You can't go back. No parts. Okay. I got this a point in my life where I was down and out. I was literally in the gutters.
Okay.
I was on the streets for a year. I was basically on the streets for a year. I basically lost everything. My family, everything I lost. I just, and everything was stolen from me, taken away.
Yes.
Vinyl, turntables, everything was just lost in translation. It was gone.
Yes.
Nothing I could do about it. And I went into deep depression. You know, and I resorted to a certain stage where I started to sort alcohol and things like that, and
Yes.
you know, to ease the pain, you know, at the end of the day.
Okay.
And I got to the point in my life where I couldn't anymore. There was no support. It was hell for me for losing everything, my family, because of my problems, because you know, you in that industry, and you at that point, that height where, like I want to tell the guys, don't let it go to your head, because once you get that ego statistic, you're gonna lose it.
Yes.
You're gonna break up families, you're gonna break up your homes, and
Yes.
just because of the for the love of the music, but you're doing it wrong,
Yes.
in the wrong way, in the wrong perspective.
Yes.
Don't let it go to your head at the end of the day, because you will end up down there. And then 2 years after that, I said to myself, nah, I can't do this. And then along came Melanie, and she lifted up my spirit. She was there for me. It took her a while to adjust to the whole situation, and
Yes.
She was my pillar through God's grace, my family through God's grace. I firmly believe God has a purpose for everybody.
Well done.
And us sitting here is a purpose, because it is written already. The Iceman is going to be with the shadow, with Mo Condom, you know, and he's going to do his thing and speak from the heart. Because being a vinyl DJ is not just like, yeah, I'm pull out a song, or like you see these the kids there with controllers. It's a journey you go through.
Yes.
And I mean, I lost everything, and I had to get everything back again.
Yes.
You know.
Yes.
I never had a cent on my name. The turntable we brought to you. They broke up. Was this thing in a train smash?
Yes. I remember asking you.
Even
that.
Melanie stood like this. She said, "Are you sure?" I said, "Baby, it's up to you." She says, "Listen, we're gonna take a drive somewhere." I said, "Just you can check it out." Just checked it out. She said to you also, "Zach, I need to talk." I don't know what you guys were talking about inside in the office there, but eventually came back. My Mark 2s came back, and I stood like this. I'm like, what did this man do to my turntables? I was
messed it up even
I was literally
I know you were thinking
I was in tears. I was like literally in tears. I'm like, what's this happened? To blunt data is like brand new, came into a box. And she gave it to me, and I said, Zach, awesome man, awesome. And to tell at the end of the day, Zach never charged me for that rapping louder. Anyway.
So tell me something. So you've got the Mark 2s.
Yeah.
Okay, but now obviously you've had to now claw your way back from this depths of depression where you were and so on and so forth. And I mean, obviously the vinyl or the music collecting as a hobby, as a passion of yours, obviously helped a lot in that process.
I did. To be honest, I in that same phase, I lost my job at the end of the day also.
Yes.
So I started working with my dad, and I said, "Must altyd family pisah ke week mos jy uit." You know what I'm saying? So she came along and she encouraged me. She said, "Listen here, take the leap of faith at the end of the day.
Yes.
See where it gets you. It's nothing like trying.
Yes.
Apply again."
Yes.
So I'm back into education now after 21 years again in the game.
Yes.
You know, I love what I do. I don't set my work.
I know that you do a lot of community work.
Do a lot of community work, community-based outreach programs. You know what I'm saying? Getting involved with the underprivileged kids.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, we started buying little vinyl, and all the vinyl that I lost came to me like as a blessing.
Yes.
You know, I was shocked when I saw the post and I showed it to Mel. I said, here's a crate.
Yes.
I don't know this guy from a bar of soap. Here's a crate here. I'm not gonna mention how much it was.
Yes.
The crate is here. It's that time. It was $5,000. Easy. She says to me, "I'm gonna buy this crate." I was messing around with me. So we bought this crate from DJ Cat Adams, and he says to me, "The reason why I'm giving you this crate because I have a certain feeling about you."
Yeah, cat is expensive.
And every single vinyl.
We should get him on the show to talk about that.
I mean,
about that price.
No, but to be honest with you, if I look at the way the guys are selling the vinyl, some of them are a bit ridiculous, honestly, with money wise.
Yes.
You know, and the crate to be bought from Cat was like magnificent.
Yes.
I mean, there was literally everything that I needed.
Yeah.
Then I hooked up with the late Michael Josiah, and we also started negotiating, started giving vinyl. Then I got hold of Cat again.
Yes.
I said, you know, I'm going with that blue Mercedes, and I'm like,
yes.
I must have just hang on, buddy. It's easy. Yeah, like 1, 2, 3. It was an hour after the rest. Come pick the stuff I gotta give you.
Yes.
I'm like, are you serious?
Yes.
I said, I got Chris Paul's of you.
Yes.
I said, what? Back in my arms. He said, yeah, I got double. I said, God damn. I got home to Blanca Isels, man.
Yes.
I had tears in my eyes when I put on blue Mercedes.
Yes.
Twee kies word, Jack. Here doen het gaat tegen huis die elkaar. You cannot stop now, relax. I played over and over and over until I am where I am today through God's grace.
Yes.
You know, and Mel's support and you guys and everything. Just
Well done.
No, look, well done. I mean, you know, as you know, obviously, you know, Michael Josiah and I were like brothers.
Yeah, you were like brothers.
And I mean, we spent a long time, obviously, collecting vinyl, you know, together. And we did a couple of club gigs together as well. And it was quite interesting because he said to me that there's a certain amount of records. So I had a crate. I said to him, I'm gonna leave it by him, and he can do what he needs to do with it. So basically, and then he then took that crate and he added stuff to that crate, and I think he sold it to you.
Yeah.
And that is how the whole thing came about. And I need to say no uncertain terms. I mean, obviously, I'm still curating his collection of
Yes,
records that he
yes,
has,
yeah.
which is going to be on the market real soon. I need to say that to you also, and I need to say that to you and to everybody out there. But that being said, I mean, obviously, so you've been through a lot.
Yeah.
You've obviously been through a lot, and I mean, I'm proud to say, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm an acquaintance or friend of yours, because I see what you're doing here. I see the way that you're interacting with the community. I gotta say to you, well done, brother.
Thanks.
And where you're heading to, you know what I mean. And the other thing I needed to say to you is, obviously on SA Vinyl DJs, we want to give that advice over to the younger guys that are obviously starting a collection or doing whatever. Now I know that literally, I'm going back maybe 4 years ago. You started collecting vinyl again.
Yes.
And I know that you've got a hell of a huge collection at the moment. And so it's not impossible to get records.
Not impossible.
But, what would your advice be to a youngster that's now starting out?
Yeah, someone that's just starting out and wanting to now get into the whole vinyl thing.
Say mammy nou vir hom to be Dex gekoop. Albeit it's not Mark 7's.
Yeah, yes, understand.
but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because there are guys, I mean, look here, Andre, there are guys out there that are buying music for the sake of buying music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, what would your advice be to those guys?
Look, you guys are long in the game that I'm in. And the thing is this, if you're starting out wanting to be a vinyl DJ, number one is you must have the passion for it. Don't just because, it sounds like it looks cool, it's all about the glamour, it's all about this. I saw the video DJ Q, but I also want to do that.
Yes.
Come 2 months down the line, you tell yourself, nah man, I can't, the records are too expensive.
That's expensive,
I can't buy this. Then the thing is gonna gather dust and you're not into it at the end of the day. Maybe you got 1 or 2 vinyl that you bought now off the market, whatever, and you're into it. But like I said to the upcoming DJs, like, we had a function once, and a guy actually came up to me and he said to me, don't you want to play this number quickly? I'm saying, please don't ask me to plug the phone in, my bro. Please don't. The guy was standing with a flash drive and he said, can you just put this in? I'm like, put this in where, my friend? I've got 2 turntables. And he asked me, is there nothing here where I can plug it in? I'm like, no, but what are you looking for? And it was Billy Ocean. He wanted a smooth number get suddenly.
Yes.
And man said, relax. And we took at the vinyl. He said, does that stuff still exist? And we put it on and we put it, and the guy was like, and the man was like, does this stuff still exist? Now that is how you should feel when you become a vinyl DJ. Does this exist?
Yes.
But you should have that passion at the end of the day, because it's going to be pointless you buying records
Yes.
just for the sake of buying records and
Yes.
wanting to be like DJ Qbert or like Shadow or like Cod or like Nice Man. I'm just saying, or like the Noise Boy right over there. I'm saying, just do it for the love of it, for the sake of you love doing what you're doing, and most of all is your support. Know the guys that is long in the game, because they can give you great advice. Got it from you, got it from Mo, got it from Mikey, got it from Kat, from everybody. Before you start, you thank the man upstairs, because there's not anybody that can put their ear to that thing over there, right there. You speak with your hands. It speaks volumes. To see that people get up and dance and come back to the shells, and it's just like, you get a goosebumps. You're ecstatic. And at the end of the gig, they will come to say, yeah, that groot CD wat jy gespeel het, Uncle was kwaai geweest. You know what I'm saying? Just appreciation of you need to appreciate what you have in front of you.
No, I agree. I agree.
So what do you generally think of the vinyl DJs in Cape Town, and what's your take on what the future is for vinyl and vinyl DJing?
At this point in time, a lot of guys are buying vinyl now. Okay. And for this platform in itself, which is I can say it's a huge step. And at the end of the day, it's like you're treading on water, but you don't know how deep you're gonna go in at the end of the day. You don't know the depth of it. Because when I saw SA Live, and I'm like, okay, let me just hook onto this, and I checked it, and I'm like, this is the first for SA. We're like on the map, bruh. Like, and I always thought to myself, isn't it I used to hang out with Ollie.
Yes.
And we used to do the live streams from his place.
The tea parties.
You know what I mean? With the guru and everybody else, you know what I mean? And yes, guru, if you're listening, is it nogal melk net saamgebring weer vandag over dis die antwoord net. That's it. And the thing is, yeah. So when I saw this SA Live thing, and I said to him, hey, but that's Zach and that's Mo's thing. They said, what is going on? Oh, he's probably just promoting his company now. And then all of a sudden I said, he could have DJs in the open. I'm like, good Lord. SA is flying high on the map. Because all we hear is DJ Sanchez, DJ this, DJ overseas DJs.
Yes.
What about us? We got so much talent in SA, vinyl DJs. It's unbelievable.
Yes.
And the thing is this, you are a legend in your own distinction who you are. You are a legend yourself. You're a legend, you're a legend. And we're all legends.
Yes.
But we don't let that thing go to Zela. Don't let it go to your head.
Yeah.
Leave it just there.
You heard it right here on SA Vinyl.
Leave it just there. Because this, for me per se, you doing this, I take my hat off to you and to Mo. I appreciate it because you're putting the guys out there.
Yes.
This is what we need. The whole world is watching.
And it's quite interesting, you know, the whole world is watching. I think there a lot of in the past what's happened is that there's a lot of misrepresentation that's been going on with regard, especially to Cape Town DJs. You know, people, you know, for a lot of people, if you go up country and you say Cape Town DJ is the first thing, you know, look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong. The history of Cape Town DJs, as far as they're concerned, stops at a certain point with a certain group of people.
It does.
You know, and it's not like that. You know what I mean? Some of the guys from that time are still around. Some of the guys are still gigging. Some of the guys are still doing shows. You know, there's newer guys that's on the scene that are actually, those cats are actually, they're strong. Their music knowledge is strong. The way that they present themselves, etc. Their whole package is good. And people need to know that. They need to know that Cape Town is still the hub for DJs in South Africa. You know, because that's what we were, you know, all the years basically. Not that I'm saying the Joburg DJs were not really pushing the edge, but you know, at one time during, I think there was a period, Mo, when we were flying the flag high.
No, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
No, absolutely.
You know,
I mean, there were good DJs in Joburg and Durban.
And then obviously,
but if
you know, with house,
Cape Town, no, you were just another level.
You were another level.
And then
Hulle het van ons gehou in Klein, period. They just didn't like the Cape Town guys.
I mean, just like this music that I could play in Cape Town, but I couldn't play it in Durban and Joburg. You know what I mean? So each to his own, I suppose. You know what I mean? And the other thing is, you know, so in sort of closing before we what's the naming, you know, is the Iceman available for gigs? Still?
I'm available for gigs.
Is it?
Yeah, available for gigs.
Okay. But now, so what happens now? Now the question I need to ask you is, okay, so
it's a tricky question.
So
I need to use the toilet and
no more ad breaks.
No more ad breaks.
No more ad breaks. So what happens is, I book you for a gig. Okay. So now I book you, and then I book. Let's say I book Cat. Okay. And then I book maybe a younger guy, etc. Basically. So now I got a setup there, basically, right? So the guys they wanna for ease of use they wanna come with the memory sticks and the CDs and so on, right? So I book you for the gig. So do you bring your decks? Do you bring your stuff with you, or do I have to provide it? Because that's an important point. Because obviously, if the Iceman's available for gigs, you're doing weddings, and I'm wanting the people out there to know that, look here, you've got the stuff, you can bring it, you know. But obviously, they need to pay for that.
Yeah.
Because what happens is people don't want to pay for. Now I had a set of, and just to cut a long story short, I had a set of Mark IIs that I rebuilt about a year and a half ago, and I mean they were pristine with covers and everything basically. And a guy named Charles, who was a Kwaito and house DJ from Pretoria, he flew down. Okay, I put it on Facebook on the weekend. He flew down on the Monday from Pretoria to fetch that decks. Paid me cash in my hand, 22,000 rand. Here's the decks. I said, here's the decks with the needles and the slip mats. Put it in a bag.
Give away.
And he went back. And I said to him, I said to him, you know, it's interesting that you're buying these decks. He said, you'll never believe me. When I go with a memory stick and I say I'm going to play your gig, I can only charge 3,000 rand for that gig. But when I bring my turntables, I can charge 20,000 rand for that gig.
Of course you can. Of course you can.
So is that how the Iceman's playing the game right now?
No. You see, the way I play the game is this. Got my own equipment, got my own sound, got everything. Yes. And I work according to your budget. That's it.
Okay.
If you tell
Wow.
me, listen, people only got a grandma, brother. I said, nah, it's cool, man. We truck it. But now, like example, man, I there's other buddy of mine. Ik zie wel altijd kikkie ons, man. That flash drive story is a bit risky, man. Because anything can happen. Such a no bars, my flash drive there, no. But I can do is this. I got my milk crates, but okay, now we got flight cases. I got my milk crates. I can't even vinyl verloren. I can pull him out. But you're wees maar
Okay, look here, you can't lose your vinyl if you're playing with a couple of guys.
Yeah, no. I remember back in the day, you know, back in the day.
Allerlei vinyl uit te drukken.
Back in the day, we used to do it, yeah.
Met die LP's se cover.
Because you put it here, but waar is my goed aan nou?
Ja, nou kon ze by die huis haal. Jou 12 inch uit as dit 'n LP.
As 'n LP. Full version.
Yeah, there we go. So anyway, Mo, bring my records back, man. That's all. I'm just asking you to bring the records back,
You're talking about the ones that you took from me that I took
I
back.
took from you and bring it back again.
Yeah, that kind of thing. So you to all the DJs out there, I mean the vinyl DJs that are out there at the moment, I mean the big topic now obviously is since Russell Connolly passed away was now about 2 weeks ago, and the big topic of discussion is that the guys need to all try and pull together and try and work together with each other. And it was quite interesting because we were at his funeral and Jazzy D, who's a DJ from upcountry, made a speech and he said, that it's high time that because the guys upcountry, they actually work together, believe it or not.
Yes.
He said the guys in Cape Town need to stop being compartmentalized and try and support each other. And obviously support the game. Don't hate the player, hate the game.
Hate the game.
That's basically what it's all about. And getting the guys, because what's happening is the pool is growing smaller and smaller.
It is growing smaller.
I don't know if you agree with me on that.
Absolutely.
I agree with you.
So I would like to hear Andre Stewart's view on that subject. You know what I mean? In terms of the guys working together, how is it? What's the way forward? You know what I mean? In terms of the guys interacting with each other. It doesn't mean together that it means they must get together and have a piss up. You know what I'm saying? Because that seems to be the normal thing. It's like a rugby match.
Like a rugby match,
yeah. Ouens kom by mekaar, nou sy pala almal saam.
You know what
I mean? Playing couple of
numbers. That's what I don't understand.
I hear what you're saying when you say the world is watching.
The world is watching, but seriously, seriously.
So I'm saying to you,
I don't roll that way.
I'm saying to you, what do you think about that whole situation, about that whole topic, that's been created, or that's a hot topic right now?
It is actually a hot topic because if you look at it, when you get a couple of guys together and you do a set, unfortunately, some of the guys out there, it still goes to the head. I'm saying it like it is. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But they should remember we all had to start somewhere. And we all need to work together and move forward together. But my main concern and point is this: don't just buy vinyl because Diana, ek wil dit nou hê. That was that, and I'm collecting. There's a skill between collecting and playing.
Yes.
You collecting, it's another passion, a very expensive hobby.
Yes.
But you have to at least play that vinyl. Well, again, that's because he's got the. Not gonna mention the name of the song, but you got that one. I also want one. Doesn't work that way. Doesn't work that way. Everybody to each his own at the end of the day. But like I said, the most amazing part is this. You're talking about getting the guys together. Here's the platform right here. Here's the platform right here. And big ups to Ollie. I mean, he I saw the message, I'm like, is that serious? He's only serious. As Mo reg aan sy kop. Ekke. Live. No, not me. No, not me.
Are you built for it, man? Are you built for it? This is a live video section. This is called the live video section over here.
We're loving it.
So if I get to what you're saying, I mean, you're saying the guys need to learn to obviously cooperate with each other, share knowledge, etc., and create their own style.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because my thing was always, a mutual friend of all of ours, Rian Kutsia, Superfly, he made a very interesting comment one day. He said, the thing about why certain guys stood out in the 80s and 90s was because those guys had their own style.
Their own style of music and style of playing.
So there were a lot of guys following him, and I need to say, if there's one guy that can actually have the title of as the first superstar DJ to come out of Cape Town, take it to the next level, that would be him. Okay, but for him to say that there were a lot of guys following him, and then there were other guys at the same time that stood out.
Yes.
Okay, those guys created their own style. You know what I mean? There was the Mr. B-side was the original Jazzy D. Was it him? Or the guy that only played the B-sides?
Jazzy D. Calvin.
Calvin Peters.
Uncle
So
Cal.
his thing was to always play the B-side.
Oh, the B-side.
So everybody else will be playing the A-side. He'll always play the B-side as long as I've known him. So everybody created their own style. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So whereas some of us had the opportunity to play in a racialistic society where like myself had the opportunity to play in different ethnic groups.
Yeah.
And the bottom line is I could then take all of that and take the coloured side of Cape Town and the white side and the black side and bring it all together. And then there were other guys that only focused on hip hop, like D and those guys.
Yes,
but the point is, is to create your own style, and I think that's the message that you're giving us today. And you're giving to the newer guys out there and the younger guys.
And of course, drop your ego. Eh?
Yeah, and drop that ego. Drop that ego. Not gonna work.
Drop your ego. We can turn it into a rap song.
We can drop it. Drop that ego. Drop that ego.
You know what I'm saying? We just gotta get Noisy Boy to produce.
Drop
that ego. Drop that ego.
Drop that ego.
Yeah. Latest track basically. We're gonna get a number 1 on Vinyl Frontier.
Of course, yeah.
On vinyl, by the way.
On vinyl.
On vinyl.
Contract.
We don't say that word here, Mo. We don't say that word here. Mo, anything that you'd like to add before?
No, I just want to say thank you to the Iceman for joining us today, spending your time, man. And I just wanna highlight something, man. We mentioned passion at the beginning of this podcast, and watching this man play, man. He just oozes with passion, and it's incredible to see somebody actually enjoying what they're doing, man. So well done.
Ja, some van die ouens is super serious met bro. Kyk jy,
Look here,
hulle is
ek kan nie, man. I literally can't. I can't.
Like, hi, can I help? You know what I'm saying? So we try to avoid that situation. We want the real, will the real Dr. Spook please present himself? You know what I'm saying? So that's how we obviously want to do it on SA Vinyl DJs. So again, SA Vinyl DJs with the platform, and obviously the format vinyl is definitely alive and well in Cape Town, South Africa. And we want to say to you that next week, of course, we've got another interview coming up with one of Cape Town's sons of vinyl, of course, DJ Godfrey Vollenhoven, the yard man himself, is going to be in the house. He's going to be breaking it down for us and talking about his vinyl collection. In fact, I'm hoping that he brings his Kwaito collection and sells it to me afterwards, because I got to tell you something. That is the crate that I actually want. So Godfrey, if you're watching this week, that is the crate that I actually want, basically, because that's the crate that Razano wants. I don't want it to have. You know what I'm saying? And I got to tell you, I love him a lot, but I want that crate of Kwaito. That's as simple as that. Love Razano a lot, but I want that crate. You know what I'm saying? 10 to 1, you can probably buy it from me at some stage also. Nevertheless, it's SA Vinyl DJs on the platform, SA Music Library. That was a fun episode, and I need to say to you guys, thank you very much to the Iceman. And, we're definitely going to get him back at some stage of the game. You know what I mean? We just want to make sure that next, because you've got to come and do that R&B shit, that the hip hop shit was.
Not the problem.
Not Melanie shit.
No,
Andre shit.
We want to hear those expensive records that you bought from Cat. We want to hear that.
We were expecting that hip hop shit. I must tell you that.
Is it? Oh, okay.
We were expecting that. Nevertheless, and of course, we also want to say to you guys, to our sponsors, thank you. ICOM Reliable Branding and Printing Solutions. Find them on the web at www.a-com.co.za. Yo, that's a word, And of course, I'll let you know that these guys are the kings of rap in Cape Town. So if you need to do any outdoor advertising, speak to these guys. To my selector Mokan, once again, thank you very much. Until next week, when we have our special guest DJ Godfrey, the Yardman, he's going to be with us. And stay tuned. You can catch this episode in 2 weeks on YouTube, as well as this coming Tuesday. It'll be up on our video on demand. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stick with us, stay with us, give us a like on YouTube, ring the bell, be a pal, and make sure that you follow us on SA Music Library. Check your phone for notifications. Thanks, guys. Till next week, drive safely and be well.
Looking for
dedication unto Sandra, that's to Sandra or Sandy on your birthday. Yeah, it comes from all your buddies here tonight. Wishing you everything all the best and hope you have yourself a rave, baby. Remix, The Eve of War. of love.
enough space to create that.
Yeah, we're doing it one step at a time. Come on. Please, now wall drum at reception, now wall drum at